Actually, I was surprised. I came down to breakfast thinking, oh dear, we've got a lot of things to plan and sort out. Then went up to our room and then came back down again and found Peter and David talking to Alan, and they've changed the world, it seems. No, they've got everything organised, it seems, to take the car up on a carrier. They were phoning various people who said they could do the job, they could actually work on the car. And I thought, this is amazing. What a wonderful team we have working with us.
So we're waiting for this conical drive transfer unit to be shipped. Got to make all the arrangements and find somebody in Kolkata to do the work, because we've got a couple of days there, so we can fit that in, and that should be practical. Then we can set off again. So bit of a setback. Green Bee's not going to do quite the 5,600 kilometres that we thought, because we're going to miss about 400, I think, about that. What a shame, but and unusual for it to go with the mileage that's on the car. But I suspect that the battering it took the day before put undue stress on the transmission. I think that's where we're at. Morgan have been fantastic. We were speaking to them on the phone. They've sent the parts, assembly, breakdown, and all the rest of it, and they're primed and ready to ship. And with the 3-day interval, that will be time for it to be couriered, and Kolkata will be a much better place than Gopal Pure, which is a few hundred K down the coast. So I think that's going to be a good scheme. So that's where we are.
With the car out of action and nothing further we could do, we decided to enjoy the beach on our day off, and although I think Alan struggled a bit with the sand, 2 legs obviously less familiar to him than 3 wheels.
Well, we connected with some excellent local fixers to start to try and address the problem. The man called Uday Bhatia from the Western India Automobile Association helped us track down a Harley-Davidson dealership in Calcutta who said they could help, since the Morgan's Harley type engine is something they'd be familiar with. So we put Queen Bee into a car transporter, and that headed off to Calcutta, and we took to our support cars for a couple of days to visit Puri and Balasore and spend 2 days visiting GOONJ projects. Those GOONJ projects are absolute priority for our visit, so we weren't going to miss them. Visiting the GOONJ projects in Puri and Balasore and the area was an absolute revelation. We'd only visited one field location up until then, and that was the school in Solapur. But this was taking us right into the countryside to see GOONJ's work with the rural communities, and also how they're working in a very disaster-prone zone where the Bay of Bengal is very susceptible to cyclones.
I'm absolutely overwhelmed, I really was, or am still, by all the love they've given us, and all these lovely flowers and garlands and...
I'm so sorry the car couldn't be here, but actually it might have been a distraction.
we saw the whole range of projects that GOONJ gets involved in, from clearing ponds to constructing facilities for villages, to supporting the local shop, to providing tools or educational kit for schools which had to be displaced into cyclone shelters, and then right out into the tribal areas, the extraordinary work they're doing to help those areas become tourist areas, to develop their economies with dance and music and art. So extraordinary range. That was the thing that really came across, the range of stuff that they do, and the way in which they engage. And it was really a formative part of the entire trip that we could see GOONJ working in a sustained way with these communities. The people really trusted them, and we got the most extraordinary welcomes. Garlands and dancing and sword fights and the whole business. Wonderful celebration of our visit, which was completely unexpected. We hadn't expected to be welcomed in that way, but that reflected the trust that the people have in GOONJ, that GOONJ is a partner for the long term.